Okay, here we go again. I was just about to show you how to do tomato seeds, because remember I haven't done this before. And there I was, ready to go for it, when my brother phoned me. Hello, Richard. That was really helpful of you, but I couldn't ignore him. So let's get back to it. Tomatoes. Now, you can sow these and you can keep them on your kitchen windowsill, if your adult says you can. Or if you've got a little greenhouse, I've got a little portable one, then you can start them now. And again, the sowing technique is the same. I've filled my pots to the depth I want. I've pressed it down to make the flat surface. Now these are quite small, so pinch your fingers, and I'm just going to sprinkle them on top. Ooh, there's about 5 or 6 in there, because, you know, I haven't grown these before, so we're going to learn together. And that's quite a nice thing about gardening. If it doesn't work to begin with, just keep trying. That's how we learn. We make mistakes, and that helps us to learn and grow. There we go. Now, a friend of mine who usually gives me tomato plants says that he grows his in his greenhouse. I haven't got one. Not as good as his. So, soil on top. Sorry guys, won't be a second. And obviously I will put a label on these. It says sprinkle, sprinkle Mrs H, some soil on top. There we go. I can't help but pat it down. My teacher taught me that at college. See, Mrs H did go to school. She does know things. Not much, but a bit. There we go. I will put a label in there. But if you haven't got a greenhouse or you can't keep it on your windowsill, you can make your own little propagator. If I'd put my compost and seeds in there, exactly the same way, I could cover it with a bag. And that just gives it a bit of heat, a bit of warmth, a bit of protection. Okay, you could use this for your compost and seeds, and it comes with a lid. How cool is that? Think about what you've got that you can use, preferably before the recycle bin goes. And if you're using pots, where did my pots go? Sorry guys. If you're using pots with your tomato seeds in, for example, you can cut the bottle top off and then use that bit on top like a cloche. Posh word alert, cloche. Look it up, see what it means. So that's an easy way. I can't use this bottle, my son needs it, but you get the idea. So there's lots of things that you can do. Now, my friend who grows tomatoes also just shared a top tip with me, so I'm going to share it with you. He says that sweet corn are really fussy. So he said you can start them off in a tray of water to make sure they all sprout. Right, I'll try this. So here are my sweet corn seeds. Oh, they're quite dry, look. Ah, I see what he means. He says if you soak them first, so they plump up and start to shoot, then you know which ones are going to grow for you. That's quite important at the moment because I'm running out of compost. So I'm going to put those in there. I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to put those in there with some water and see how long they take to germinate. Posh word alert, that means they start to grow. And I'm going to sow some in pots to see which do better. Now, because I am starting to run out of compost, my top tip, use tea bags in the bottom of your pot. Now I've only got to half fill it, and the seeds won't mind at all because they can still get some goodness out of there. So let me top that up with compost. You know the routine. Pat it down. One to sow, one for the crow, one to grow. sow, one for the crow, one to grow. Now again, sweet corn you can sow straight in the ground, but if they're as fussy as my friend says they are, I need all the help I can get. And I've put a cross on the side, I put a cross on the side of the pot so I know which ones are in my experiment. Okay, soil on top. And of course when I say soil, you know I mean compost. Oh, that's a big lump. I want it to be a bit fine. I want to give them a chance to get through it. Another big lump, oh my goodness. So I'm getting to the bottom of my bag now. So we will see what happens with our tomatoes. And I'm going to use one of these over the top of my sweet corn to give them a chance. And this tray will go on my kitchen windowsill so I can keep an eye on it. Now, before we go, I just want to share with you a proper gardening skill. Watering. Really important. We cannot afford to waste water because although we've had a very wet winter, we're having quite a hot spring. So, and because I don't like to waste anything either, because you know how mean I am, I'm going to show you how to do the watering. Where did my watering can go? Oh, quick, Mrs. H. Failed at the first hurdle. Here it comes. Here I come, guys, sorry. Oh, never worked with children, animals or seeds. Now obviously I wouldn't water them on a table ordinarily, but you start your waterfall at the side of your pots and seeds, and then you can give them a nice gentle spray of water. They don't want a bath, they just want to drink. And you will notice, especially with the paper pots, when they start to dry out, you'll see they go very, very pale. Just like that. Not a bath, just a drink. Okay, and then before the water runs out, I take the can away and then tip it up.